Hello and welcome to my masterclass on Daddy Daycare. The title of this episode is Getting on Their Level. So what you're looking at in the background here is what I like to call Lenny Joe Corner. It's sort of the part of our house where all of Lennox's stuff is, and we kind of hang out, read books, play with Legos. That's sort of like his spot in the house, which I recommend if you've got the real estate. As you can see, it's not overly large, but it's sort of contained, and that's sort of like where we do a lot of our playing. And it seems to work, and we have a good time with it. And a piece of the sort of setup that I want to draw your attention to is this piece of furniture right here, which is this sort of like folding couch thing that we got at Walmart. And it's there for me. Lennox can sit next to me on there, but I sit there and I'm comfortable. And the reason why that's really important is that in getting into the whole throes of parenting, one of the initial recommendations that people will say, especially for toddlers, is getting on their level, sort of getting down on the ground, getting down at their eye level as a way of engaging with them, which is something that kids really respond to because you're sort of being a kid yourself. You're not this big towering giant of a parent. You're sort of at their level, and that can be really makes you more approachable. You can sort of have more fun yourself, and it just tends to work. And it's a very good recommendation to just get on your kid's level and get down on the floor with them or whatever. But while that makes intuitive sense and it's going to work for the kid's going to be thrilled that you're down on their level. It might not work for the people out there, the adults, because we don't like sitting on the floor or getting on our hands and knees. That's uncomfortable, especially for a long period of time. And getting on their level is not by itself all that helpful because it can be uncomfortable. And what I'm trying to articulate here is to value your own comfort and to think about your own comfort level when you're trying to engage with your kids. And I actually learned this lesson when my wife was pregnant because, second trimester, third trimester, she's getting a lot bigger. She always appreciates some massaging in her lower back or her hips or whatever she was feeling poor at the time. And I wanted to do that for her. I wanted to kind of make her feel as comfortable as I possibly could. And I realized that if I got a beverage, if I set up my own Netflix, if I got a pillow myself and I got myself sort of comfortable and situated, I could rub her back for like an hour and a half, no problem. And it reminded me that it's, her comfort is in her enjoyment or release, stress, relaxation for that sort of massage activity is really important. But so is mine and in my ability to deliver it. And so what I think was a good move for us in trying to engage with our own kid was to carve out space for ourselves to get on his level. It doesn't necessarily have to be this thing. It could be a beanbag chair or a giant pillow. We've actually gone through a few iterations of this, but it really makes a difference so that I can sit there and magnetize him. So if I want him to play in Lenny Joe Corner and he's not there, I can just go and sit in that seat and he'll come running. And then we're pulling books off the shelves or we're getting Legos out and he's not in the kitchen or running into the garage or wherever we don't want him. I am enabled to do that because I have a place that I can sit and I can be comfortable for an indeterminate amount of time, which gives me the opportunity to be in the moment and sort of engage with him in a way that's fun and playful. So I would just recommend that. Find something or find ways to make yourself comfortable. And that way you will be more willing to have an open-ended interaction with your kid at their level. And if you're curious about why there's a towel on there, it's because we're potty training him right now, which will probably be a daddy daycare all its own. But that's also why there's sort of the foam padding is removed around that. And we're trying to sort of like mitigate the destruction that an untrained child will do. But it's going okay. And we're taking the necessary precautions and we're doing the best that we can. But bottom line, find your own way to be comfortable. Getting on your kid's level is a good suggestion, but you shouldn't just, get on a hardwood floor, in your dress clothes. You're not going to be comfortable. You're not going to want to do it. Your kid's going to pick up on that. Find a way to get yourself comfortable. And if you're comfortable, then your kid will be comfortable. And so I hope that is helpful and hope you guys have a good time with that. If you choose to go down that route, I'll leave a link to where I got this thing in the comment section. And I hope you continue to enjoy these. I enjoy making them, and stay tuned for more. Take care.